Hello everybody. How you guys doing? Wow, I'm tiny. I am so small. This is the first few one of the only times that you will get some like Rin and Tai action. I saw when I was doing the recording of the assigning pride flags to the Pokemon characters, I saw some of you went a little crazy about my ties. What, are they that supple? Are they supple and delicious? Because I know they are, because I drew them myself. I grew them myself. I grew these ties. Do you guys like my legs? They are homegrown, organic. It's $10 per pound. Honestly, it's not always that I get to see my model like this, and when I am able to see it, I'm like, wow, that is so cunt. That is so cunt. I really did outdid myself. Vtuber models are a scam, man. Vtuber models are a scam. You barely get to see me like this. You barely even get to see me like this. I mean, to be fair, it's not like I have that much detail on the lower half of my model anyway. It's mostly just my hair, but still. I still feel like I love my boots, and I love the way my legs move. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. But anyway, hello everybody. Hi, how's it going? My name is Rin, and your lovely fashion dolly. I hope you guys are having a good day. You know, I'm actually having a very good day today. You know, you guys want to know why? You want to know why? For the first time in, I think, my whole life, I was able to eat pancakes for the first time. And you see, here's the thing. I know that is a very minor thing. That's a very minor thing for a lot of people. For a lot of people, I was like, really? That's that big of a deal to you? That's weird. That's strange. But keep in mind that I am intolerant to egg. I have an egg intolerance. Any amount of egg that is like, you know, that is substantial will make me puke, is the thing. And it will be raining out of both channels if I eat egg unchecked. So I can only eat something that has eggs if it has like a small trace of it. If like the rest of the ingredients has so much more that it kind of outweighs the amount of egg that it's supposed to have. So I could never have pancakes, you know? Pancakes were one of those foods that I just couldn't have, because if I did eat them, my belly would be upset, and so would my throat. And then my throat would close a little bit, and it would be kind of hard to breathe. I like to say it's an intolerance and not an allergy, because I feel like an allergy, no matter the size of what you consume, your body would react the same, no? Is that how that works? Is that how allergies work? Is it an allergy that, regardless if it's just a microscopic particle of whatever you're allergic to, it should be affecting you, right? Because, like, you know, there is people who like inhale peanuts and then they're like, with people with peanut allergies, you cannot even be like in the same room as them if you have eaten a peanut in the last 24 hours, because they will get a reaction. The people with peanut allergies genuinely will die if you have even just a trace of the peanut butter sandwich that you had yesterday. And so I feel like for it to qualify, for my thing with eggs to qualify as an allergy, it should be stronger. So I'm keeping it to intolerance. But yeah, I finally had pancakes for the first time in my life, and it's not about the pancakes, although the pancakes were really good. I do love maple syrup. Delish. I do love some maple syrup. But here's the thing. It was something about being able to eat the same thing as my family was eating at the time that really just did it for me. I don't know. I was feeling really grateful at that moment. I was feeling grateful for being alive, and I thought I was genuinely going to cry. It's just like, I was gonna eat the pancake and just be like, life is beautiful. Because, you know, I don't normally get to share the same meals that my family eats because I'm also just a picky eater. I have like a love-hate relationship with food. Like I love food, but I hate food. I love food in the sense that I love to eat it, but also I hate food as in I hate everything else about it. Like the only reason why I eat food is flavor, not even sustenance, just flavor. Because I hate most food textures. I hate meat, for example. I'm not very much of a meat eater, despite the fact that I am gay. Hi gay. But I don't eat that much meat. Veggies nowadays seem a little bit unsavory to me. Like, I don't know why. I'm just not like into veggies as of late. What I'm really craving though is some bread. I just love any type of bread. Give me those carbs, bitch. Give me those carbs. Oh. Such an irony. I know, right? Which, hello, Ryoken. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, having pancakes, which, by the way, being on a diet changes, like, your perception of everything. And I'm not sure if it's a good thing, but, like, now that I've had those pancakes in the morning, I cannot eat any carbohydrates anymore because I technically met my quota already. I usually, when it comes to, like, my diet and stuff like that, what I try to do is to like do trade-offs. If I really want to eat like basically a carbs only breakfast, which would be, you know, pancakes with potato waffles and stuff like that, it's all just carbs. And so I basically ate all my quota in the morning. I cannot have any more carbs for the rest of the day, but I feel like it's worth it sometimes it's just worth it to have a meal that you want to have without thinking about the consequences of it, you know. Sometimes it feels really nice. But hey, I have lost 8 kilos so far, so I think things are working for me. Potato waffles, I'm pretty bussin'. Oh, my brother did some... My brother's a chef. I don't know if you guys know this about the Brennan lore, but my brother is a chef. And my sister is a physical therapist, so like, you know, my siblings are infinitely more successful than I am. But because my brother's a chef, he loves to do like style on that bitch. He loves to do it. He loves to throw that in the kitchen, and oftentimes he will do like very nifty spins into the food that we eat. Like the potato waffles were not just potato. They had onion, a good amount of parsley, and paprika, and they were really good. Oh, no wonder she's into soccer. Girl, you missed it. You missed it. She was being so loud earlier. The only reason why today's stream is like 30 minutes later than usual is because she was being so incredibly loud and I just couldn't concentrate. Like, you guys know how I am, right? I left my wallet in the middle of the street because I forget that it exists. My sister's playing music was gonna distract me so much that I would probably forget that I was in stream. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I'm gonna tell you something terrifying. I'm gonna tell you a horror story that I had not too long ago. So, here's the thing. My dreams are very vivid. I don't want to call it lucid dreaming. I like to call it realistic dreaming. Because when I dream with such realism that, you know, one time I dreamt about Jesus and I choked. You don't want to know what I choked with, but I dreamed about Jesus and I choked in the dream, and so I choked in real life. And another time I was laughing so hard in my dream that when I woke up I could barely breathe because I was laughing so hard in my dream that my muscles were actually tensing up as if I was actually laughing. In fact, I think I was laughing so hard in my dream that I woke up from laughing. So here's my nightmare. Here's my nightmare that I had related to streaming. So a couple nights ago, I dreamed that I was streaming and you know, I did my whole thing and then I ended streaming like, thank you so much for watching, blah blah bye. And apparently during the dream, I just went to bed. I immediately went to bed. I just started watching stuff and just fell asleep, right? The thing that makes this a nightmare is that I did not end stream on that dream. Apparently, in that dream, I streamed for about 42 hours without any interruption, and you guys could hear everything. Everything that I said was recorded for posterity, and I felt so terrified. I felt so violated because, you know, I did some stuff in front of those cameras that were not welcoming for stream, and I woke up in a cold sweat. I woke up in a cold sweat. So it's gonna happen to me one day. It's gonna happen to me one day. One day I'm gonna completely forget to turn off stream. I'm gonna be very concerned. Hi Jerry, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. How do you feel about the Gundam game? I was in your stream for a while, just watching like the Summer's Game Fest, but you know, I did fall asleep at some point in it. I think I fell asleep for like 15 minutes or so, because it was a lot of like mecha shit. You know, it was a lot of mecha shit. It was a lot of things that didn't interest me. And so I fell asleep in the middle of it. And then I woke up. And then and you know why I woke up? You know why I woke up, Jerry? I woke up to you screaming, Gundam! Like, you saying, whoa, Gundam in a loud voice is what woke me up. You were so excited, and I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for you. Natito Life will be extensible stream when. Honestly, I just don't think I would last that long. You know? I just don't think I would last that long on stream, to be honest. Like, you see, I do love yapping, don't get me wrong. I am a yapper. But also, you guys have to keep in mind that my ADHD prevents me from concentrating for longer than 2 to 3 hours at a time, right? 4 is already too much. And so, I don't know if you guys have noticed during my streams, I start losing my train of thought a lot more often around the 2.5 hour mark. I genuinely start losing the plot on what I'm doing, which is why I think I have like those reoccurring nightmares about me forgetting to end stream, because I genuinely start to stop losing the concentration that my brain can have around 2.5 hours, which is why I stream a bit shorter than most people. If I had to meet a quota, you know, if I had to meet a quota, I think what I would do is I would just do like multiple streams a day for 2 hours. I feel like that is okay for me to do. I just don't think I could be like one of those people who are like streaming for 7-8 hours a day. I just don't think I could do that. Like, I get my concentration just doesn't last that long, you know? And so because of that issue, I just don't think I could do like a donathon where I continue to stream, where I keep adding stream hours. I think I would, you know what I would do? I think I would do the opposite. I would do the you know, you donate to shorten my stream. That's what I would do. It would be like 24-hour stream, but every donation shortens it by like 30 minutes or so. I feel like that's what I would do. I'm optimistic, but Gundam is distinctly not the usual Gundam. There was a bit of downtime for the new IPs. I was shocked for the announcement during the Summer Game Fest. I mean, I'm just shocked that that Gundam decided to go for any type of game in general, you know? It is a surprise. It is a surprise for sure. You know, most of my surprises that I didn't know that Gundam didn't have a game already. I thought that they already had like an action game. So I am genuinely surprised that this is the first time that they have a video game. But hey, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Although I'm not sure how to feel about the how to feel about the way that the protagonist looks, because he has no ass. He has no ass. Like, I want some Evangelion type of shit, or like freaking like Darling in the Franxx, where you know the girls in the mechs or Darling in the Franxx, they're like ass up, head down, you know. I think he got a something. You know, there is like mounts in a Bali, but you wouldn't call it a mount, would you? Not much, but something. I would say that it's a sampling. It's a sample size of an ass. How about that? It's a sample size of an ass. It's the type of thing that you get when you it's the type of thing that you get. It's the type of thing that you get when you know. It's like when you order. It's like when you order in the internet versus what you get. Like, it's still a nice ass, but you were expecting something bigger. You know what I mean? Yeah, I started noticing lately. Yeah, that's like my biggest weakness as a content creator personally. I wish I could really go for longer. I really wish I could, but I just can't. You know, my stamina is not that long. And also, again, my concentration is not that long, and I start to forget what to talk about. Because you guys don't know. You guys don't know how prepared I actually am and how much preparation I do for streams. There's a reason why it takes me like at least a minimum of 30 minutes to set up a stream. It's not because, you know, I'm changing my stream so radically, like that it takes so long. Is that I get mentally prepared and ready to know what to talk about and what to do, right? You know, so you guys have no idea. I literally have my own private server where I have a channel which is called Stream Topics, where I just jot down whatever I want to talk about, and most of the time I start like writing monologues in there. It's kind of depressing, but I'm genuinely very prepared for a stream, and I always more or less plan what I'm gonna talk about. But sometimes, as I am going along, I forget the topics that I prepared, and then I start to scramble trying to figure out what to talk about. You know. But anyway, speaking of which, Summer's Game Fest. Anybody interested? Anybody interested in Summer Games Fest? I wanted to watch it, but you know, I just completely forgot that it was happening. You know, I just completely forgot that Summer Game Fest was happening, and I got some nice surprises. Honestly, I got some nice surprises, like Final Fantasy VII remake. You know, and therefore your Nintendo Direct livestream watch along. You mean the one that I did for like the 30 years of Pokemon? I'm not a gamer, so I have no idea. You know, people are surprised. People are surprised to find out that I'm kind of a gamer, because you guys listen. I don't have a lot of money to actually buy games. That does not mean I don't partake. Like my game library may look really depressing right now, which is because it's like gacha games, League of Legends, and Marvel Rivals, and so people think that my situation is dire. People think my cultural enrichment when it comes to video games is bad. But here's the deal. I actually know a lot about video games because I watch people play games. Like, I experienced the whole of the Danganronpa franchise by watching a person play it. Because I am that poor. And even when I do have money, I behave like I don't have any. One, because it helps me save, of course. But also, I am just so accustomed to not having the money to spend on video games that my first thought when a new game comes out is not, oh, I'm gonna buy it and play it myself. It's not, oh, is my favorite YouTuber gonna play it? You know, is my favorite person gonna play it? So that's what I do. That's how I experience video games. But you know, The one game that I am not willing to compromise, that I do want to play it myself, regardless of what happens, is Persona 6. I'm a big fan of the Persona 6 and the Persona franchise. I have been so since Persona 5. I've seen all of the games. I played Persona 5, not Awakening, what's the name? Persona 5 Scramble. I played Persona 3 Reload. Like, I'm a very big fan of Persona. I'm a huge fan of Persona. And Persona 6 is the one game that I want to play no matter what. Like, I do not care if I have to sell my kidney for it. I do not care if I have to give you my firstborn child. I will play Persona myself. I want to experience Persona 6 so bad. Ugh. And then Atlas decided to go ahead and reheat Persona 4's nachos as if I wasn't a cow that has already been milked to death. I always been too broke. I wasn't too broke to afford games, even less consoles. Pokemon was the only exception. And that ended was the Switch era started. you know when that ended for me? That ended for me once like the Nintendo 3DS came out, because I was able to have a DS, that was severely pirated, a DS that has colluded with the ocean, because I did not have a lot of money. So what my mother would used to take me to do is I would go to a flea market to get one of those like SSD cartridges, downloaded and uploaded with a bunch of crack video games, including Pokemon Black and White in Japanese. So like, you know, I've always experienced video games like several years after they came out, several years after the video game has become a thing, you know. And on the one hand, that makes me really sad, because I don't get to like share with a lot of people. But you know, hopefully that will change at some point. I really want to do my first playthrough of Pokemon Winds and Waves, like right here on the channel. And I really want to do it with like just a monotype favorite team. And which is so funny. It's so funny. Don't you get? I love the fact that the moment that I choose to do something like that, you know, because right now in my current playthrough of Pokemon Black and White, I had some of like a semi mono grass type team going on, which is about to get completely annihilated, and I've been having troubles keeping up with that game because of that. And guess what? On the game that I want to do a monotype fairy team, they have a poison gym leader. I don't know if it's just something about me being happy and doing the things that I love that Pokemon doesn't like me to do. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I will continue to do my monotype fairy type run, you know. I also got a DS as a gift, and even then I never played Gen 5 because it was too expensive at the time. I only got to play Gen 6 and 7 thanks to somebody who lent me the 3DS. Man, you know, I think the worst part is that I knew a lot of people who had like the income to actually play, to actually play and stay on top. And they offered me at some point in time to let me play on their consoles and everything. But I just felt too sad. I felt too sad that I couldn't have it for myself. And also, I don't like owing people. I don't like owing people. Whether it be favors or money, I don't like owing people. So, which is so funny. It's so funny. Because, you know, okay, I want to know what you guys think about this, because people always criticize me for this particular trait that I have for myself. When it comes to money between me and my mother, I like to keep things very straight, you know? I like to keep my books clean. I like to you know, I did work as a collections agent for like a year and a half. So I am very good at keeping tabs where my money is and where I want it to be, right? And so with my mother and I, we have a little saying, which is it's in Spanish. ¿Cómo era? Cuentas saldas, amistades largas, which is basically means, you know, so long as you keep each other accountable for the money that you're lending each other, you will have a long friendship, you know? And so, I have a lot of people tell me that it's rude that I tell my mom how much she owes me, and vice versa. I keep a big, I keep a book of how much I owe her. And a lot of people tell me that I shouldn't be charging my mom. And I'm like, it's not about charging. I feel like it's about respect, you know? I'm having enough respect to, you know, make sure that our friendship, that our relationship goes well, you know? Because to me, it is very important to not owe anything to anyone, you know? Because at the end of the day, and at the end of this life, it's you're by yourself. You know, you're gonna die by yourself. So I like to feel as though how do I put this in a way that makes sense? I like to keep things very, very straight with people, which is why I don't have money most of the time. Like when I always pay out to everybody first before I pay anything for myself. And so I don't know. To me, it doesn't feel that disrespectful to my mom to keep tabs of the money that we lend each other. But my brother keeps telling me that is just a disrespectful thing to do, and I don't know. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about that? It's also the same thing when I call my mom mother, because sometimes I just call her mother. I just say hello mother, how have you been? You know. And and people tell me it's disrespectful. I'm like, no. I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like I'm showing a sign of respect. I respect that mindset. Sure, it's weird, but I get it. Is it really that weird? I don't know. I like to think that money is the root of all evil, and money is also the root of all happiness. So you have to be very careful with money. Speaking of money, and speaking of things that have nothing to do with money, what are we going to be doing today, folks? Well, today, we're going to be continuing to draw HOLOSTARS as Pokemon boys. No. Wait, what? HOLOSTARS as Pokemon boys. HOLOSTARS boys as Pokemons. You see, the reason why I was extending my Yapatron situation for so long, you know, it's because I'm gonna tell you something. First of all, say hello to Minase Rio, part of HOLOSTARS Division Uproar. Here's the thing about Rio. He already kinda is a Litwick. Like, this feels like a Litwick Gijinka to me. And so, I'm stalling because I don't really have a lot to do. A lot to figure out when it comes to his design. Like, I feel like I'm probably gonna be done within the first hour of the stream. Because there is really genuinely not that much that you could do to customize a Litwick to look like Rio, because he already looks like a Litwick. He already is one. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do other than modifying his hair, like the wax around Litwick to look like his hair. So, you know, there is genuinely not that much to do. It's kind of the same. I remember when he first came out, there were so many people drawing him as a Litwick that this is not even like an original concept, but like, it's just too perfect for me not to do, you know? Okay, hear me out. I'm hearing you out. I'm hearing you. I'm listening. My mind is open and so are my legs. What's up? I'm gonna give me a who? Who? Hold on. I need to look up that Pokemon because I don't think it can marry. Oh, the doggy. That doesn't fit though. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying and why you're saying it. Because it is also the same concept as Litwick. But like, it just doesn't feel like it fits that well. It's like, you know, Minase is too perfect for a Litwick. I just can't. I appreciate the suggestion, and it would definitely be a lot more different. But I feel like I would generally get jumped if I don't draw him as a Litwick. You know? You know, his face is too big too. I don't know that I like his face too much. I mean, let's see what we can do with Litwick. Let's see what we can do. But yeah. So, you know, speaking of video games, I have a hard time actually sticking to video games. You know? I don't know if this is like a universal experience for everybody, or if this is just a me thing. Here for my streak. What are you going for, like the 100 streams? Which I think you already broke it, by the way. I think you already broke it. I don't think you were present here for the last time that I played Pokemon White. So, but anyway, I've been seeing a lot of people like taking pride of doing doing like their streaks for like their favorite creators. Like I saw somebody like celebrating the fact that they have watched 100 streams of the first favorite creators, and that's something that's really sweet to me. There's something really sweet about that. I don't know what it is. Speaking of creators, Al Creator, how you doing, sweetheart? Ciao. Wait, isn't ciao goodbye? I thought ciao was goodbye. Is it also hello? Is it kind of like aloha? Where you say like aloha for say hello, and aloha to say goodbye. I don't know. Is that how it works? I don't know. I don't know Hawaiian. But it's going good. It's going good. I'm pretty much just telling because this is gonna be such an easy conversion to Minase Rio that, you know, I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time. Ciao means both hello and goodbye. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Depends on the social context. So, can I assume that you're actually Italian or that you know Italian? As I was telling you guys, I've been doing like an effort to learn Japanese. I have a friend who knows Japanese tell me how to say things, and I think I can introduce myself pretty well. Do you guys want to hear me introduce myself in Japanese? Because like I feel like you're gonna cringe, but at the same time, I feel like I've gotten better at it. It's currently 4 AM here in Italy. Girl, what are you doing awake? Like, I love the fact that you're here for me, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. But what are you doing awake, girl? Buonasera. I heard that before. I've heard of it. I can't sleep. Aww. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I hope I'm able to help you sleep, though. I really hope I'm able to help you sleep. Which I don't think I'm going to because I scream a lot. Also, it's a Saturday. It's Saturday for you. Oh yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. What is even time anymore, girl? What is even time anymore? I just don't understand what time is. Time is such a weird construct. You know, I was reminiscent today about the fact that that we lost so much time to COVID. I genuinely feel like I got like a bit of arrested development during COVID. And I just don't know how time passes anymore. I don't know. I have no concept of time anymore. Genuinely, it's been 6 months of 2026. You know, it's only 4 years until I turn 30. Next year, it's gonna be probably one of the biggest expansions that Final Fantasy XIV is gonna have. And I love Final Fantasy XIV. And it's only 6 months away. And 6 months doesn't feel like that long anymore. I miss the days in which just, you know, going to school felt like forever, you know? I miss those days in which going to school was like a big deal for me. And nowadays, I can actually stand I can actually stand like waiting around for like an hour. Like, I remember when me saying, oh my god, an hour is so long. And nowadays I feel like an hour lasts nothing. Girl, I take like an hour and a half to do my makeup. I genuinely think like an hour and a half. And that is with me rushing. I usually take longer to get ready. I'd much rather put my nuts in a blender and go back to school, even though I'm starting uni in like this October. Congrats on getting into uni! Wait, how old are you? How old are you again? I'm hoping you're an adult. Okay, thank God. You're 20. I've been having a couple issues recently with people who are like significantly younger coming to watch my streams, and I'm like, girl, I may not be an NSFW content creator, but you also shouldn't be watching my streams. I talk about sucking dick and cock too much. You know? I talk about sucking dick and cock. I don't think that's something that children should be listening to. You know? Things felt longer because we had more free time just to fool around, and now that we are busy with adult businesses, time flies. I don't want to be an adult anymore. I want to go back. I want to go back. Being an adult sucks. Because you know what being an adult means? It means that you're responsible for shit. And like, sure, I like that feeling that I get whenever I'm actually like, you know, cooking in the morning. Like, do you guys? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something pathetic, and please do not judge me for this. But you know, I have this thing, and this is personal to me, and I don't know how many people actually feel this, but whenever I successfully make myself a meal, I feel like such a grown adult. I feel like I am capable of everything. I feel like I'm actually taking care of myself. Imagine self-care. I would not be able to imagine that. But like, when I complete even just making an egg, I'm like, oh my god, maybe I actually got it. I actually got it. Like, I got my shit together. I can do this. And then, cut 2. I am having a medical appointment and I feel so awkward that my mom is not there. Girl, I've been to, you know, my mom stopped going to my medical appointments since I turned like 20 years old, and I've been going to my medical appointments by myself for a long time now. But I still freeze up whenever the doctor asks me what's wrong with me. I'm still waiting for my mom to reply. Like, I can take care of myself, don't get me wrong. But, you know, I feel like I was a little mollycoddled by my mom when I was growing up. Hey, Kuronen, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for the hydration. Lucky for you, I actually do have water today. They fucked around, found out, didn't give a shit, and then forgot what happened not even an hour later. Speaking of childhood stories, you know, speaking of childhood stories, this is a story that I would never fucking forget because I think it's really funny. So, as you guys know, I speak Spanish, right? I don't know if you guys can tell. No sé si se nota, porque, bueno, yo digo que no tengo acento, pero pues igual sí tengo uno. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't think I really have an accent, but maybe I do. Who knows? But, I speak Spanish as my native language, right? And when I was growing up, I had a really difficult time pronouncing the T. You know? You have this accent. Why does people say that? Wow. Listen. I don't know how it happened. I swear I used to be straight. I swear at some point in my life I was straight. But now suddenly I'm not anymore. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of gay well I drank water from and suddenly I'm like speaking like this. But anyway. Because you sound gay AF. Well, I am gay AF. Shocker. I know. The crossdresser is gay. I'm a crossdresser, Mary. Of course I'm gay. Okay. Wait, hold on. You actually didn't think I was gay? I'm straight, so I can't relate. That's okay. You don't have to relate to me. All you have to do is respect me. And that's okay. You know? That's fine. All you have to do is respect my feelings and situations, and that's fine. I mean, I never want to assume stuff. I mean, to be fair, I could have also been a woman. Oh, girl. Do you guys not know how much joy out of my heart I get whenever I am successfully, like, you know, as a crossdresser? It is my joy and pride to be able to fool people into genuinely thinking that I'm a girl, you know? Because I love it. It makes me feel so pretty. So, here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. A couple days ago, I went out. You know, I went out to the convenience store to grab some tortillas, right? I went out to the convenience store to, you know, peruse, to buy stuff. And I was with my mom, right? I was with my mom. And the store clerk came up to us and he said, and I quote, "So what's it gonna be for you ladies?" And I was like, "Oh, lady? Oh my God, am I a lady? Am I that sophisticated? Do I finally got it?" And I just get such dopamine from being called a girl, which is, you know, it's the reason why I do the cross-dressing thing to begin with. So yeah, I don't know. I love myself. I love who I am, and I am very grateful that you respect me. But from your voice, I could tell that you are either trans or homo. That reminds me of the one time I hooked up with a guy and he asked me if I was in hormones and I'm like, "No, but thank you." No, but thank you. I did some cross-dressing when I was younger and then I grew out of it. See, that's the thing. I feel like people should be allowed to try things out, you know? People should be allowed to try and to try things to find out whether or not if it's for them, you know? Because if I didn't try out being a crossdresser, I wouldn't know how much I would enjoy it. You know? I know how much I would enjoy it. But anyway, I was telling a story. I was telling a story and I completely forgot about it. Hold on. Let me just tell you the story before I completely forget about it. So, as I said, I speak Spanish. And I, you know, when I was growing up, I was really having a hard time pronouncing the T word related to any other vowel, like ta, te, ti, tu, to. You know, I had such a hard time making that sound with my mouth. So every time that I would have to make it, I would replace the T with a C. And here's the thing. When I was younger, I was really into this show called Puka. And Puka was the one thing that I would watch for hours on end. And I would like to remind you that because I couldn't pronounce it. Oh shit, it's the reverse. I am so sorry. I told the story wrong. So sorry. I couldn't pronounce the C word. I couldn't pronounce the C word. And I would I couldn't say CA, you know? CA. I couldn't say it. I would replace it with a T, not with a C. So let me just retell. Let me just try again. When I was younger, I had trouble saying having anything with a C on it. I just couldn't say anything with a C on it. And so, my favorite show was Puka. Here's the thing. Because I was having troubles, I would, you know, replace the C with a T. And like I said, the show is Puka. So, can you imagine what I was saying to any adult that was around me for a good like 6 months? They would ask me, oh, what's that plushie? Who is that? And I would say, she is Puta. Her name is Puta. So every time that somebody would ask me my favorite series, I would just say, I love watching Puta. Because I just couldn't say Puka. I just couldn't say it. I couldn't say it at all. And I have a plastic toy of Puka where when you press it, she starts like giggling and she has like a light up heart, you know. So I don't know. I don't know why my mom let me get away from that for so long. But I remember she got so mad at me. I remember she got so mad at me that one night she sat me down with her and she was like, you are not getting up until you're able to figure out how to pronounce it. You know? Madre, ¿puedes cambiar la novela? Ya comienza mi programa favorito. Puta. I used to watch telenovelas with my mom too. Like, I've always been so into like the chisme of it all. I've always been into like the drama and conflama of people having like, you know, lives, I suppose. And I remember that my mother would get so angry at me whenever I used to collude with her friends, because even when I was like 7-8 years old, I was talking to older women just saying, I cannot believe that Belinda did that. Do you hear what Martha said last night? Oh, you know, Maria and Mario are having a divorce. You cannot believe Mario cheated on Maria with Marisa. I was so young and just saying that shit, and I didn't know what I was talking about. Sometimes I would just come up with random shit to say, and so my mom would get really angry at me. Very funny. You want to hear a joke? Sure. The joke is my life. That explains a lot. Listen, ever since I was younger, I loved yapping. I love yapping. I love expressing myself, okay? You know, I still find it so surprising that my mother's... Why the chicken cross the road? To meet his family at KFC. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, that's so fucked up. That is so fucked up. Oh, Lord. Damn. Not KFC. That poor chicken. That one is so fucked up. Listen, Cronin. Cronin. I promise you, I used to be a normal child. Okay? I used to be a normal child. I used to, you know, I used to have tazos, okay? But the way that I had to The way that I had to search something normal that children used to do. Well, I'll be going now. No worries, Al Creator. Have a lovely day, sweetheart. Thank you so much for coming, and hope you sleep well. Grazie for the Laos. No worries. Have a lovely night. And thank you for coming. Define normal. Well, I was really into dolls when I was little. And I used to be so easily fooled by commercials. You know, I was a very gullible kid. And I had one of these dolls that were mermaids. And their special feature, about these mermaid dolls is that when you put them in hot water, their hair would turn a different color, and when it dries down and it gets cold, it will be a different color, right? So the thing is I remember also seeing a different mermaid doll that the thing that she would do, quote unquote, would be that if you put her in water, her hair would regrow, which, you know, was such a blatant lie, because it's a doll. The hair doesn't grow. I mean, I'm a doll and I have a receding hairline, bitch. Like, you know, that's just a dead ass lie. And the thing is, because I saw that commercial, and I've been I wanted my doll's hair to like change. I was so bored with her hair. Like, I braided it. I brushed it. I just wanted something new, you know. I did the thing that a lot of teenage girls would, you know, when they're bored in their bathrooms at 4 a.m. in the morning. You know, I grabbed the scissors and I gave her a bob. And obviously, I didn't fucking like it. And so I waterboarded that bitch. I waterboarded my doll for 10 minutes just waiting for her hair to regrow. And it never did. And I remember crying so damn loud, and my mother being so angry at me, because those dolls were not cheap. Dolls are not cheap. I continue to believe that dolls are not for children. They're for collectors, because they're not cheap at all. And so I ruined a perfectly good doll just like that. Just because I wanted to have a hairstyle change, you know? I wanted my doll to look pretty. Us advertising, that's a lawsuit right there. I mean, I was a child. What do you want me to do? I was a child. Do you want me to find a lawsuit against Mattel for something that a dumb kid did? First of all, the dumb part was not even the fact that it was like, you know, false advertising. The dumb part is that it wasn't even the right doll, you know. My doll was the one that had color changing hair, so it wasn't even the right doll to begin with. Litwick, hi Liv, how you doing, sweetheart? This is indeed Litwick. Because I mean, look at this man. Look at this man. Just look at this man. This is just a liquid personified. What do you want me to do? That's just literally a Litwick. I legally cannot do any other Pokemon because he's literally just a Litwick. It's so funny. Well, no, Ryokan did give me other Pokemon to try, but you know, I feel like I'm legally like obligated to try a Litwick for him. I feel like this is too chunky. This is too chunky of a candle. He needs to lose a little weight. There you go. My favorite dolls were the color-changing Bratz mermaid dolls that made for bathe. I lost one in the ocean. Wait, what? You lost one in the ocean? What happened? Okay, you need to regale me with that story. I need to know. So, is there a doll, like a Bratz doll in the bottom of the ocean right now? Have you ever thought about that you might have accidentally killed a turtle with the fact that you lost your Bratz doll in the ocean? Gonna take care of some stuff. I'll look for a while. No worries, sweetheart. Have a nice time. You know that I'm always here because I have nothing else to do. I am, you know, I'm unemployed and this is my job now. So. Oh, but you know what my favorite type of dolls were? I used to be so in love with the Barbie Mariposa dolls. You know, I love the Barbie Mariposa dolls because the special thing about the Barbie Mariposa dolls is that not only do they have like really pretty wings, you know, but also the special gimmick of those dolls is that their wings could turn into dresses, you know? Which, by the way, can I just tell you, I feel so sad for the kids growing up nowadays. Because toys used to actually be inventive. They used to try actually really hard. Like, I'm telling you, Barbie dolls had straight up. There was at some point there was a Barbie doll that had straight up a TV in the back of her body. You know, she got a TV that you could play songs with. You know, there is also other dolls that used to do way more impressive shit. And nowadays you'd be lucky if a Barbie doll even has an accessory. You'll be lucky if a Barbie doll doesn't have like molded on hair. And I feel so bad for them. I really do. Kill a turtle. He probably married the doll. You know, I was about to make a joke about, you know, me being a doll. So does that mean that I have to marry a turtle now? Do I have to marry a turtle? Is that my destiny? I was 6 and I brought my mermaid rats to the beach and I got swept by a wave and ran away without retrieving my doll. How long did it took for you to notice that it was gone? Because ever since I was little, I am very clumsy with the stuff that I have, right? And one of the things that happen very often is I will often forget what my glasses are. Because, you know, I've been wearing glasses since I was really young. I've been a 4 eyes since I was like 6 years old. So I'm very used to wearing glasses by now. And well, because I'm very used to wearing glasses, I would often, you know, forget that I had them on. And I remember one time we went to a water park, and when we went to the water park, you know, obviously I couldn't wear my glasses in the pool, and so because I couldn't wear my glasses in the pool, I had to take them out. And when I got tired of being in the pool, I got out, like rinse myself out of the chlor, you know, out of the bleach that pools have. And I remember putting my glasses on, right? I had my glasses on my face, and for some reason I forgot that I had them on my face. And I told my mother, "Mom, where are my glasses? Did I just lose my glasses? I just can't find them anywhere. I've been looking forever." I looked in the showers. They weren't in the showers, and we spent like a good 15 minutes just looking for my glasses, because my mother also did not notice that I had them on my face until I accidentally, you know, I accidentally like hit my glasses with my fingers, and then I noticed that I had them on. Who knows what the future might be? Maybe you'll meet a gentle turtle man in the future. I hope so. I want to get married. You know, I do want to get married at some point. I'm sorry to like admit this openly as a VTuber. I know, sacrilege. Somebody cancel me, right? But I do want to get married. I love weddings in general. I just love weddings so much. There's something about the atmosphere of a wedding that makes me feel so happy. It's the same feeling that I get on Christmas. It's not about the, you know, it's not about the gift giving or anything like that. I just get really happy around Christmas because most people are happy around Christmas, you know? It's something about the ambience. It's something about the ambience that just makes me feel really happy. And then, you know, I work customer service one Christmas, and then as it turns out, people are not as nice as I thought they were. But you know, I still won't let it make me feel bad. I won't let it make me feel bad. I will not let it dampen my mood. Because I still love Christmas, even though I do think people are cunts now. What is your guys' favorite holiday? Do you guys have like a favorite time of year that is not your birthday? Because like, I feel like having a time of year that you like is like pretty much a rite of passage when you get older. Like when you're a kid, you don't really think about it, but now that you get older, it's just like, you know, I really love when the climate is not as hot outside. Oh, I can't wait. You know, I know that we're just starting for summer, but I cannot wait for winter because I want to buy like this really cute cardigan that looks like a Luna moth, and it's so pink and pretty, and I really want it so bad. Halloween. I do know that a lot of queers like Halloween. You know, I like Halloween too, but you know what? It is the one time of year where I can generally do like a big production of makeup and my mother won't be mad at me. Not really. I like it when it gets rainy though. Oh, you know about it? I think the best part about when it gets rainy, and this is my personal trauma when it gets rainy, I love it when it gets rainy because I feel so sleepy. I feel like I sleep better when it's raining. It's just, there's something about the colder atmosphere of rain and also the feel of just like, you know, natural ASMR. And I just love the rain. I really love the rain. I get to dress up, and this Halloween I'm going to see Horse Girl. Ooh. I don't know what Horse Girl is, but I hope you have a fun time. Dressed as Golchi. Oh, I love Golchi. You know, I love Golchi so much. You know, I'm over my Uma Musume phase, but I've been used to be like a big fan of like horse racing and stuff like that. I never quite understood the fad, you know? I never quite understood it that well. Until, you know, I fell in love with Rai Shower. And because I fell in love with Rai Shower, I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. Although I don't think that most people do race horsing, like horse racing, for the same reason as I like to watch it. Because I just like it when a horse that I spend time with wins. You know? But a lot of people do horse racing because they are betting on the horses. I love rain during fall, but terrible during spring. I just love rain at all times. You know? I love rain at all times. Particularly, I love when it rains in summer. Because when it rains in summer, that means that things are getting colder. Like, it's a boon. It's a boon for people like me who die on any weather that is not tempered. That is not tempered. You know what I hate about me? I'm gonna tell you something. My thermostat is so broken that I've been told that this is a hormonal thing, but whenever I get tested, people they never found out anything about it. I've been told that my sensitivity to heat and cold is something to do with my hormones, but like I don't know about that. I don't know. I just think my body's sensitive to climate change, you know? Because I genuinely cannot stand the heat, and if it gets too cold, I will die. If it gets too cold, I will literally die. I will perish on the spot if it gets too cold. Which, speaking of which, I remember at some point in time I really wanted to move to Canada. I really wanted to be on Canada. But like, now that I think about it, I don't think Canada is good for me. Because Canada is like one of the coldest places. And you might genuinely die in Canada. I might genuinely like perish. And also, as much as I would like to see snow for the first time, I also... You know, I also think that maybe it's not worth it. You know, maybe seeing snow is not worth it. Have any of you actually experienced snow? Have any of you actually like been around snow, experienced snow long enough to like be able to answer my question? Is snow actually soft as it looks? Like, is snow actually soft? Because like the one time that I experienced snow was like fake snow, like fake snow generated by a machine in a park. And I remember that when we did play like snowball fights, those snowballs were so hard. They were incredibly hard. They left bruising on my body. And I know I'm a bit of a delicate bitch, but you know, I don't know if snow is, if it was just the fact that it was like artificial snow and that's why it wasn't soft. But is it soft? Is it actually meant to be soft, or is it actually, or are people actually pelting each other with stones? When it's absolutely freezing outside, yeah. When it warms up, everything becomes ice, so rock hard and heavy. Oh, so that explains it. That explains why people in America let children pelt each other with rocks. Because when I first experienced this, I was like, are people doing this all the time? Do people genuinely want to feel like a woman in like the I don't know, 1700s getting pelted with stones just because you decided to say hello? I don't know. I don't remember when like stoning was a thing. So that explains it. Well, now I know. Maybe I just need to try again. I genuinely want to experience snow in the genuine way. And you know, I like to watch a lot of content. I like to watch videos. It's surprising. I like to watch videos. But I like to watch videos of people doing things. Like, that is like my favorite thing. I love to see people do things. I love to see people have fun. You know? Because there's a bunch of stuff that I would never experience myself. Right? That I just love people. I just love to watch people like live their lives. And I've been having so much fun watching this like this girl, this like Mexican girl who's like growing her own cacti. She's growing cactuses, and she does like this very dramatic performances of telling me about her cacti that you know, I am now up 2 a.m. in the morning, and I am very invested about the well-being of this cactus. Of this cactus mom who got, you know, who got too much water on her body and she's about to die, but she has babies. And this woman is trying so hard to save them. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. You know, I love being invested in lives that don't concern me. I don't know if that's a sign that my life is a little bit boring though. Make it a cactus. I maybe want to get a cactus. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe I just want to get a cactus, and that's why I'm so invested on that. Oh, speaking of flora and fauna, right? Speaking of flora and fauna, I have a very distinct touch to make flowers afraid of me for some reason. Like, flowers have this thing that when they fear for their life, when they fear like death and they are about to die, they start mass producing flowers. Like, plants start mass producing flowers at a incredibly fast rate, to the point that it's like detrimental to the plant to do that many flowers, right? And they only do that in moments of severe stress, right? And every single time I have ever taken care of a flower, it spawns so many blooms. And I thought that it was genuinely the fact that I was good at gardening, and I felt so confident. I was like, maybe I'm good at this. Maybe I'm Mother Earth. I have a green thumb. And then, you know, the plants would shortly after die after blooming. And only now do I realize that no, I don't have a green thumb. I have the thumb of death. I have a skeletal thumb because I provoke flowers to die. And in like 2020, I was taking care of like this sunflower that my mother had grown, right? My mother had grown a sunflower, and I was hoping to take care of it. And I shit you not, sunflowers usually don't have more than a single head. You know, sunflowers are the type of flower that they just bloom and die, right? That's the thing that they do. I don't know how nor why, but I made this sunflower have a total of 7 heads. It was deformed. It was so heavy, it was collapsing under its own weight that that it just spawned 7 heads out of nowhere. I made a hydra sunflower. I turn a sunflower into a hydra, and maybe that's just my power. You know, maybe my power is to stress people out. So now you guys know I'm very powerful. Don't mess with me. I will make you grow multiple heads. So I really wish I could get into gardening. I really want to, but I've been scarred. I don't want to make another flower so stressed out that it has to put out that many children into the world. Are you guys good at taking plants? Like, is any plant? Are there any plant gays present? Because like, maybe if you are able to help me figure out why I am so stressful to plants, I will be able to finally live my dreams and have a life where I become Mother Nature. I hate plants. You do? Why? Why do you hate plants? You know what you reminded me of? Y'all remember? I don't remember what this movie is called, but it is based on a real life event where I think it's called the Red Sea. That's what the event. That's what the phenomena is called, where plants and like seaweed secrete a certain type of pheromone. You know, a certain type of pheromone that makes fish kill themselves. And I remember there was once a movie that was based on that phenomena about fish and algae that was based with like real plants. Like, not real plants. I mean, algae are real plants. But like, you know, land plants, like trees, flowers, everything. The plants that you have in your house. They will start creating a pheromone where people would generally start to kill themselves. And it was such a good concept for a horror movie. And so the plants would start like secreting these pheromones that order humans to be so reckless. And oh, I remember the most gruesome part. So there was this dude working on a farm, and you know, the farm started producing those pheromones, and and the thing is that his tractor was one of those tractors that have like, you know, you guys know how some trucks have like mowing cylinders on the front of them. That is basically like a really big saw, like a like a mowing machine, but it's just a circle. I don't know. Hold on, let me grab a picture. Well, that's not it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about? I feel like I'm only looking like new, like the new stuff, and the new stuff doesn't. Oh well, whatever. Point being, this tractor had a big, huge cylindrical saw in front of it to cut grass and weed and stuff like that. And so, because their plans were secreting this thing that make humans want to kill themselves. At some point in the movie, this farmer just starts the truck, puts a rock in the pedal, and then lays in front of the truck and slowly waits for the truck to run over him and saw the fuck out of him. And it was so gruesome that he genuinely started puking. And the thing is, they didn't show anything. They actually didn't show blood of that happening, because I feel like that would have been too gruesome. Like, they didn't actually show it happening. But my brain conjured up such a vivid picture of what would happen that I genuinely started puking. And my mother banned that movie because of that. But I remember that movie so fondly because I think it's a very good concept for a horror movie. And so the reason why I bring it up is, you know, I was about to make a joke. You shouldn't be too hateful to plants because you don't know what they will do to you. You know? You don't know what they would do to you, Ronan. You should be careful about your hate about plants. Maybe they're listening. They're watching. You know? But yeah, I genuinely do remember that movie with so much funness, primarily because it was one of the few horror movies that I could actually watch. So I'm right about hating them. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not very good with horror, which is ironic because I really like to watch people play horror games, but I'm not very good with horror in general. Horror is just one of those things that I cannot stand. I'm very squeamish. I don't like it. I don't like watching people get turned into marmalade, you know? It's the reason why I didn't watch The Boys. Like, I know about The Boys because of, you know, the internet and watching clips here and there. But I didn't watch The Boys primarily because it's such a bloody series It's so fucking bloody, and I think I would genuinely throw up if I watch it. If I watch it like properly, and so I mostly just watch The Boys for the drama. And every single time that a scene would appear, where it was like too bloody, I would literally just, you know, just close my eyes, la 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 la, until it went away. Same, not into gore, to be honest. Like, yeah, like I'm down for like a thrill experience. I'm feeling my life being in danger, but I'm not down to like. Oh, I remember they scene for like Resident Evil. Was it Village or was it 7? I think it was 7. I remember like this scene from Resident Evil 7 where, you know, the cop comes to help you out of the house, and one of the hillbillies people uses a shovel to basically shovel the face out of that cop in half. Oh, oh Lord. I don't know why I like Resident Evil so much. It's always so full of like, you know, gory shit. But I love Resident Evil. You know what I love about Resident Evil? I love the campiness of it all. Resident Evil is such a ridiculous series. It's so ridiculous that it kind of turns back around and kind of becomes fabulous. You know? But yeah, which, by the way, speaking of horror games, Alien Isolation 2 was announced today, and I do not know how people are gonna survive it, because Alien Isolation is generally one of the scariest games that I have ever seen in my fucking life. You know, I don't think I really like much the idea of an alien learning to adapt and getting more and more difficult to get away from him the longer time passes. And the thing that makes Alien Isolation so great when it comes to this is the AI for the alien in Alien Isolations, it continues to evolve even if you pause the game. Like, the only way to stop it from evolving is to completely shut down the game, you know? So, even when you're in a menu, there's still a threat that the alien might come kill you. Like, the menus don't pause the game. Menus don't pause the game at all. So, when I was watching it for the first time, I felt the dread so bad into my soul. And I'm not sure that I'm ready to like experience something like that again, you know? I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the spooks and the scares. How good are you with horror? Like horror, like let's move on from gore. How good are you guys at horror? Do you actually enjoy horror? Is it one of those things that brings you joy, or are you more of a, you know, I would rather rather die, you know? When I was a child, I used to be like so adverse to horror that every time that my friends would come to my house and they wanted to watch a horror movie, I would literally walk out of the room and not be with my friends until the movie was done. I grew up very normal. I do normal shit. Okay, let's see. Let's see the progress on this. I mean, that looks very cute. It looks very cute. I think it's to get good luck from stuff that I watch rather than to get no sleep at night. Yeah, me too. Like, it's just one of those things that I don't understand why you would suggest yourself to willful torture, you know? Give me 1 second, chat. I'm starting to get a headache. I need to drink water. 1 second. Oh, I I can feel the migraine. I can feel the migraine coming. I can feel it coming, so I should probably take some like Tylenol or something before it gets worse. So give me 1 second, chat. I'm going to be right back. I'm gonna go grab some like pain meds just to prevent me having a brain meltdown in the middle of stream. So I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Hello, I am back. What did I miss? Oh shit, my model. It's been almost 2 hours, so if you need to end it here, it's understandable. I don't know. I've been feeling weirdly self-conscious lately about the amount of time, the amount of hours that I stream and how entertaining streams are now recently. So, I don't know. I feel bad. I would feel so bad to just end it here. You know? Although, I am almost done with this. As I said, Minase is not like really that difficult to translate into a Pokemon. So, I'm almost done. Have you been resting well lately? Define resting well. Can we define that first? Can we define that first before I answer? Because I feel like I'm about to get a near full. So please define that before moving forward, because I feel like I'm about to get red. I had to bet. I'm glad they're playing. Please get some rest. If your manga gets worse, don't feel bad. I'll try, but hope you have a good time at bed. Why did I say it like that? Hope you have a good sleep, sweetheart. At least 6 hours of sleep without interruptions. Well, I usually go to bed at like. Well, recently I've been going to bed later than usual, like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, and I usually wake up at 9. Is that enough? Is that enough sleep? It is very rare that I wake up any later than 9, because my body's accustomed to just waking up at that time. No matter if I only sleep 2 hours, I will always wake up at that hour. That might be it. Not because of the hours where they changed my view. I don't know. I feel like I've been dealing with a lot of stress recently, but like, I should be fine. Other people can do it. Why can I not do that? I'm a content creator, bitch. I can do this. Do you think it's more so like the quality of sleep that's been like affecting me recently? Because that might be it. That might be it. But at the same time, I cannot afford to take a break. So, you know, I must keep the show going. Oh, he looks so cute. Oh, he looks adorable. We're back. If streaming ends before I get back, hope things go well for you. Take care. No worries. Thank you so much for coming, sweetheart. I hope you have a good day. I don't know what you're doing today, but hope you have a good day. I mean, to be fair, I'm almost done with this. Although I do need a reference for Rio. Minase. Because I need to see what the front of his outfit looks like so that I can translate this properly. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, how does that work? Why is the bottom placket so weird? How does that work? So the bottom placket is here, and then it goes into the middle? Like, how is this actually supposed to work? Because you would have to install it crooked. It will have to be so crooked for it to work like this. But like, is that even functional? Would this even work like this? And also, it has a reverse zipper? Or did the jacket broke? No, I think the jacket might be broken. I think the jacket might be broken and he's just wearing it like this for like fashion's sake. Because, you know, the only reason why this is opening like this is either the zipper is installed backwards or it's broken. Wow. Sorry. My fashion construction brain doesn't like what I'm seeing. My brain doesn't like what I'm saying because I cannot figure out how this shit is made. That's the thing. Like, Vtuber designers, please just make your clothes believable. You know, as a character designer, clothes have to make some amount of sense. Otherwise, they just look too weird and you're just gonna make cosplayers hate you. You know? And I don't think you want to make the cosplayers irate. Okay, let me see. To be fair, I'm not doing this properly. Because I am good at drawing ribbons, but like I don't want to spend too much time on these ribbons. Meow meow. Okay, that looks cute. That looks cute for the cash. And now we do the other one. Bum, ba-bum. There you go. And we do the other side of the ribbon. The ribbon tassel. I don't really know what the anatomy of a ribbon is, really. I know that these things are called loops, but I don't... Is loops nuts? And I don't know what these are called. I remember when I was making my Vtuber model, I just called them tassels. But like, I don't think that's what they're called. I don't think that's their anatomical name. I think they probably have another name that I just, you know, not very familiar with. Is there anything else I should do? I guess I should like give him these, because he does have like little hair strands on the size of his head, and I can do them like this. Okay, yeah, that works. That looks really cute. That looks adorable. Oh shit, I love him. Oh, he's so cute. Anything else I should do? Not really. I think Liquid doesn't have that much design space for me to like include other stuff, you know? Which I think it's fine. I don't think it needs to. I feel like it looks like Minase already. Maybe what I could do is add like a second flame here to do his ahoge. There. Oh, that's fine. That looks cute. That looks gnarly. Oh, he looks so adorable. Dildo, this pisses me off. How the fuck does this work? How the fuck does this work? I would love to pick a cosplayer's brain apart to figure out how this works. You know? Wait, hold on. Let me check it, Jerry. 1 second. Wait, since when do you have to co-sign? Wait, since when do you have to sign up for this? I usually don't sign up. I just stream it. Like, is this an official thing? Wait, hold on. Oh. I will be out of the country when it happens. God damn it, Jerry. God damn it, Jerry. Come on. I thought we were gonna be like, you know, be a reaction channel together. Okay. December 10th. That's earlier than normal. I mean, it usually lasts about 2 hours. Do you think that you can just get on a call? Maybe. Perchance. Also, what do you think, Juju? What do you think of my Liquid Minase? You know, when he first debuted, I remember being so jealous about this model. You know? I remember being so jealous about it because I wanted that hair so bad. I've been so nostalgic about like what's it called? I've been very nostalgic about like Vtubing like circa 2022, 2023. You know? I've been so looking forward to not looking forward. I've been looking back and remembering time, like the time in which I fell in love with VTubing and how much I wanted to be part of this circus so bad. Like, I will fully defend. Like, I don't know how much you guys know about Luna. I know that most of you are not really into other VTubers other than me, or into corporate VTubers in general. But I will forever defend Illuna, primarily because I think that their song was really good, and at the time everybody told me that their song was garbage. But oh, I so love Let's Get It Started. Let's Get It Started is like one of the best designs. Wait, I look up at his design and his jacket is transparent. Is it transparent? Is it transparent? I don't think it's transparent. I think that's the design of it. But I don't know. DM. Okay, let me check. Oh! I don't think that's transparent, Juju. I think that's just straight up a hole. I think that's just straight up a hole. I think he literally just has a hole in his freaking like jacket. Oh yeah, it is a hole. Holy shit. You know, it pisses me off though. It pisses me off so bad. Because I still don't know how the fuck you would make this zipper work. Like, this clarifies nothing about the zipper. Because the zipper would have to be installed crooked for it to work like this. So, I'm very upset. I'm very upset about this design choice, not gonna lie. Like, please explain to me how this works. How does this work? And why is the zipper broken? Anyway, I think that's the motif. That's the motif in general. I don't think it's... Oh, you sure? Because, like, if you look at this... If you look at this portion right here... Side view has a... I guess. Yeah, no, I guess I could see it. Oh no, it is not a hole. Okay, no, it is a transparent window. It is a transparent window. You know why? I noticed it on the rendering just now. I always thought that this like this white lighting right here, I always thought that this was part of the design. But looking at his sketch sheet, that's not part of the design. Like, these folds right here are just like the plastic just folding and creasing. Huh. The more you know, I guess. The more you know. Well, anyway, chat, I have finished my rendition of Minase Rio as a Pokemon. What do you guys think? Is it pretty? Would you guys buy merch of Minase Rio looking like this? Because I absolutely would. You guys like it? Do you guys love it? I know you do. But I would like to know more if you guys love it. I don't know. There's something so charming about being able to just do this so fast and easy. Because I struggled so much trying to get Olga and Shein looking like their Pokemon. And then suddenly this dude comes around and it's like, no, this is actually kind of easy. Maybe it is really just that easy. You know? Let me just call him right real quick. Because generally it's not gonna take that long. It's generally not gonna take that long. Oh, Minase. Your design is so simple but so satisfying. I think I'm gonna take the colors of the flame straight up from his model rather than copying Lidwick's. Because Lidwick's are a little bit different. But yeah, as I was telling you guys, I've been having like a lot of nostalgia for Vtuber circa 2020 to 2023, and I have the so many of the Nijisaji songs stuck in my head now, and I want to sing. I want to sing so badly. I might genuinely just have like a spontaneous karaoke at some point, because I want to sing so bad. I want to sing a song so bad. Will of any emotions, whether it's a lie, gently wrap you like a shining light. You know? I'm not very good at singing, but I still try my hardest. You know what that's called in Japanese? People refer to it as passion singing. It's passion singing, and that's what I do. I sing with such passion, you will never believe it. My singing capability might not be good, but my passion is too high. My passion is high, and that's what matters. You know, at some point I did take singing lessons because I wanted to release a cover, but then I realized how expensive producing covers actually was, and that idea of me learning how to sing died so expeditiously. It died so fast that I still retain some of the training that I have, but for the most part, I don't think I can sing very well anymore. I will have to like I will have to try it again. I think that maybe The line art might have to be a different color. Actually, if he has a transparent, like, is the front of his shirt, if of his jacket is transparent, does that mean that, would you consider that a boob window, Chad? If the front of his jacket is transparent, is this considered a boob window? Is this considered a boob window? It has to be, right? It qualifies as a boob window, right? It kinda has to. Okay, let me just do blue streak on his hair. We love any emotions, whether it's a lie. Then it wraps you like a shining light. Life that loves the fascinations of light. God, I need to listen to that song again. I am obsessed. I am obsessed and depressed because 2022 was such a good time. 2023 was an even better time. And nowadays, VTubers are just fighting, and VTubers are just fighting on Twitter. I wanna go back. I wanna go back! But oh well. Life moves forward, even if you don't want it to. There you go. Honestly, really tiring. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Because here's the thing. I love the VTubing as a medium. I love watching people do things, like watching VTubers be successful and sharing their goals and sharing the things that they want to do, the amazing content that they put out. But nowadays, anything related to VTubing is just drama in my feed. I actively have to avoid, like, looking at my VTuber friends' feeds, because if I do, I'm gonna get like so plunged so deep into a drama I didn't want to know about two people who cannot communicate, and it's so tiring and annoying. Like, I remember when I was delusional enough to think that VTubing was uplifting other content creators, and I would like to go back to that. Thank you very much. I do not like it here no more. Oh shit! Speaking of uplifting people, hi Kichi, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. Kichi. Do you want to listen to me introduce myself in Japanese? I've been learning a little bit again. I have one of my friends who lives in Japan teach me how to introduce myself properly, and she gave me like a different introduction line that I think, you know, would be better. I accidentally saw a piece of rice in the wrong pipe and my throat hates me. Oh no, I am so sorry, sweetheart. I know. When I saw that when I saw your message in the corner of my mouth, in the corner of my eye, I genuinely thought you said I accidentally swallowed a piece of rice down the wrong pipe and now Japan hates me. Like, I was about to say, the whole of Japan hates you? Anyway. Hold on, let me get the line. Let me get the line a little bit, because I don't quite remember. Okay, Kichi, I cannot read Japanese. Shut up. Listen. Okay. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Whatever. If I get it wrong, it's fine. Ohayou gozaimasu! Atashi no namae wa kasuririnen desu! Yoroshiku! She told me to add she told me to speak in more of a cutesy girl kind of way, you know. Oh, and she also told me what like listening practice would be like. Hikurenshu. Hikurenshu. I like it, very cute. Thank you. Basically, she told me that the des in, you know, des is the usual pronunciation for like desu, right? But she told me that it would be cuter and it would fit my character and personality better to say desu, you know, to extend the u part of it. So yeah, I don't know. I really want to learn more about Japanese and speak in Japanese because I find it to be such an elegant language, you know? I find it to be such an elegant language and such an expressive language. And I just want to be, maybe I'm a weeaboo. I'm going back to my weeb years, I think. I think that's what's happening. I'm becoming a weeb again. Because I've been watching a lot of anime as well recently. It's very common to be cuter. Yee. But yeah, what else has she taught me? Wait, hold on. Ah shit, I don't have my memo here. I don't have my memo. I don't have a memo right here, but you know. I mean, I have never stopped my weeb phase, but I've stopped wanting to live in Japan lately, though. Why is that? If you don't mind me asking. Like, if it's not infringing too much in your privacy, why do you not want to live in Japan anymore? Is it no longer welcoming? Mostly politics. Okay. But I don't think you want to go back to the US, right? I don't think you want to go back to the US, right? If it's about a politics situation, I don't think the US is a good idea either. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, I've been back in the US. Oh. Well. My condolences. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. You know, I feel like nowhere is like good to live anymore. I feel like there is not a single place in which like living is actually like a good idea. You know what I mean? And it's not like dying is an option either, because dying is also expensive. But right now, moving to Japan and actually living there as a foreigner has gotten way more difficult and frustrating in the past year. I've heard. My friend Lickle, who is currently living in Japan, she's been struggling so much to get like an actual visa to be able to stay in Japan for longer, because she has to do so many exams and stuff like that to prove that she can speak Japanese and it's immersed in the Japanese language. And apparently, she's in a dance club, and she and all of the other foreigner students were kicked out of the dance club because they were having trouble following along the Japanese terms for certain dancing steps. And I find that to be so ridiculous. And you know what the school did? The school told her to go fuck herself. So, you know, I do not feel... I feel bad for her. A lot of visa restrictions have been getting way harsher. Yeah. It's such a shame, really. It really is such a shame. Because I like Japan, and I did wanted to live there, like, have like a short-lived moment on there. But if white people are having a hard time, imagine me, a brown person. Like, imagine me. I just generally think I wouldn't be welcome just because of my skin tone alone. Oh well, what can you do, Brian? And that just kinda be how the cookie crumble. But yeah. Japan may be going to shit, but you know what is not going to shit? BL. I've been watching a lot of BL and consuming a lot of BL, so at least I am happy in that regard. Oh, shit. Something. But anyway, I think we're done. Like, I mean, there is not really much else I can do for this, really. There is really not much else I can change about it. He just genuinely he just translates so well into being a Litwick that there is not much else I can do. He's done. He's actually just kind of done, you know. But I hope he looks cute. I hope you guys enjoy him. I really enjoy drawing him. It's really fun. Like, if you had asked me a year and a half ago if I wanted to live in Japan over the US, I would have answered without a doubt. I wish I didn't have to come back to the US. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Hey, listen, I hope at least things get better enough for you to like want to come back at some point. But I can imagine that right now is not a very desirable. But yeah. Anyway, folks, I think this is gonna end the stream, and this is where I'm gonna end the stream for today. It's been 2 hours. We got one of them like completely done. I'm very excited about this, and honestly, I'm getting a little bit of a headache. My migraine is coming back in full force now, so I need to like lay down and not look at anything that's like a screen for a moment or so. But yeah, I'm so sorry, Kichi, that I was not able to stay here for like to continue talking to you, but hey, we can continue chatting in DMs if you want. But I thank you so much for coming, and I thank everybody else for coming as well. It's always so much fun to be here to chat with you guys, to catch up, to literally just yap, because that's what I do. I am the Yapathon 9000. Yapping is literally half of my ability, you guys. If I wasn't able to yap, I think I wouldn't be as funny as I am. But yeah, hope you all have a lovely day, a lovely night. Thank you so much for coming here, for hanging out with me. I really want to, you know, get better at streaming for longer, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see, because I think forcing myself to stream for longer is not a good idea. Good night, Kichi. Wait, what? Wait, what would it be in Japanese? Oyasumi. Ew. Oyasumi nasai, mina. Bye-bye. Hope you have a good night. I love you. I'll see you guys on Sunday for more Pokemon White. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.